I'm originally from Kingsport, Tennessee, Riverview, as it's called in Kingsport. I've lived in Bristol over the last 50 years. I'm a third generation restaurant owner. My father was a professional chef for over 50 years. And my grandmother, she was a professional. And my grandma used to have she was an entrepreneur that was before her time. She had a restaurant, and then she had a snack bar that she ran, an ice cream dairy place. And we're talking back in the early 60s and 70s when folks weren't really into the entrepreneurial spirit, but she kind of put a bright light in my life that you can do it. They were great scratch cook people, you know, just taking raw ingredients. And back in the 60s, you know, and coming up in poverty parts of the area in the South, you may do with what you have. And that's where the scratch cooking come in, because you just pull ingredients from everywhere and you made meals out of it, and quite sumptuous meals. I went into the Air Force after high school and didn't do well in tech school, so I became a professional chef for the Air Force, and it blossomed into a career that I started doing things outside of that, and it's just really opened up the niche that I have for the love of cooking food. And if you know anything about the military buys in bulk and they buy scratch, so it was right up my alley to do scratch cooking in the military. And I had a pretty good exceptional gift for it, that I was always loaned out to officers clubs and different, because I was pretty skilled in the culinary arts. So I was pretty fortunate that I worked under some great chefs that were in the Air Force and taught me a lot and opened up my eyes to a lot of things. And being creative, I was able to work for these people, and it was a real good experience. But I've always had the dream of, ever since I was 12, 13 years old, of owning my own restaurant. And so things evolved, you know, from working at the post office, I started doing catering. I used to have Mr. Mac's Famous Barbecue, and it just developed from there. I got married and created a duo doing scratch cooking and catering. And then we finally got a brick and mortar restaurant on Moore Street, and Eatz on Moore Street was born. We were almost 18 years on Moore Street, and we outgrew it in the first 3 or 4 years. And I just waited for an opportunity to advance and move to a larger place. And this spot became available, and it took almost a year and a half to get it remodeled to where we are today. And it just took a while. It took a lot longer than I ever expected, but it's been a worthwhile journey. I believe I have one of the best spots possible downtown, located next door to the Paramount Theater. It's an icon of Bristol here. You know, everybody knows where the Paramount is, and it's not hard to find us. And it's just, you know, everything is about location. When we were on Moore Street, we were on sort of a side street, and for a long time we was Bristol's best kept secret. Now the secret's out. Eatz Uptown is here. I'm the owner and head chef, but I have a good management team here. I have a general manager and I have a kitchen manager who are essential to my operation, especially my general manager. He has the business side that I've always needed to have, and we came together and we formed a pretty close relationship, and he's essential. I keep saying that he's essential to the success of this business. Coming from Eatz on Moore Street to Eatz Uptown is like going from college to pros. It's a whole different ball game, and he has that. His name is Trevor Leonard, and he has that expertise that I've always needed to guide me. Well, when they come to eat at Eatz Uptown, there's a quality in the food that we have. We We do exceptionally well on our meats, our catfish, our barbecue, our meatloaf. Everything is from fresh ingredients. And we try to give people a culinary experience for a family style type restaurant. Barbecue is one of our big things. We only do baby back ribs, and I've become a pit master on smoking meat. Best compliment I can get when folks come here and eat food, it said, I hadn't had a meal like this since my mother or since my grandmother. And those kind of comments mean the most to me when I hear folks say it, so I've accomplished what I set out to do. It's a family style restaurant, and we push that because we like family. And the people who come here, we call them part of the Eatz family. It's not just a customer, but they're part of our Eatz family, and we present that and we show it. And we do love families to come. And we have, which scratch cooking is almost a lost art nowadays, because people are not teaching their children how to cook. I have 6 boys, and every one of them know how to cook. Every one of them are very proficient in what they do. And it's been a pleasure in teaching our kids and watching them grow up. But scratch cooking, like I said, is a lost art. We present that you don't get at home, for you to come out and enjoy a good meal here at Eatz. Our business hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10:30 on Tuesday and Wednesday to 8 o'clock, and on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our sign says 9 o'clock, but we kind of play it by ear. It depends on what's going on. If the Paramount is having a show, we stay open a little bit later. We try to accommodate people whenever we can. I have a system that I set up, I started using. It's kind of like in the military too, that's come forth with me, the discipline in doing. The KISS principle, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid. And that's what we do. And it's been a fantastic business forum for us.